Hey everybody, today is May 20th, 2018, and this is our weekend vlog. So for this weekend, we did quite a bit. The very first thing you're going to notice if you've been watching these videos is that the shade house has been halfway dismantled. And the reason for this is that this particular shade house was only designed to be temporary. We were originally going to build a professional orchid greenhouse hoop structure right in that general area over there. That was back when I thought I was going to resume my professional orchid business, but I am probably not going to do that. I'm just going to enjoy growing orchids. So what we're going to do is, in that area right here, we're going to make a pergola structure with 4 orchid benches that should look pretty nice and fit in with the general theme of the yard. So we're working on that now, and I'll post videos of that project separately. This weekend did quite a bit of orchiding. There's a lot of mounted stuff, a lot of potted stuff. The orchids are doing really well still. I don't know if you could tell on the camera, but it has been raining pretty hard on and off today. But all in all, the orchids are looking real good. Lots of great root growth, lots of goodness in general. No issues at all whatsoever right now. So I'm not going to spend, again, I'll stop giving this warning, but I'm not going to spend too much time talking about orchids during these vlogs unless there's some major update, the shade house being today's update. Okay. So the next major thing we did this weekend was build this trellis system for all of our vining plants. So this entire bed here is filled with vining plants. There's a ton of tomato plants. There's about 15 tomato plants right there. We've got some sweet peas, some broad beans or some climbing beans, and some soybeans. And then these are pickling cucumbers. So all of this is vining stuff. So the intention is to just get all of this up on this trellis. The reason why we had to do this sort of design here is because if you've watched any of the other videos, you'll know that it's just rock under here. It's lava rock. There's a lot of holes and stuff so roots can get in there. But I've taken these poles right here, which are metal inside. I've tried 10 different locations with a sledgehammer trying to get that in, and I get about an inch in and just hit a rock, hit something intense. So basically this is a floating trellis system. We're going to try this and hope it works, but if it doesn't work, then we'll figure something else out. So the raised bed still looking really good. We harvested our first stuff. We ate some beetroot microgreens, which were really good. So everything looking good here. Corn's looking excellent. The beds here looking pretty good. This bed, there's a lot of tiny stuff. You can kind of see this. These were done on the same day. These are just different things. We've got radishes, peas, and jicama, and then cilantro, and these 3 are going to be pumpkins. And the idea with this is to just let these pumpkins grow and just fill this entire area. If we get a couple pumpkins, that'd be cool. It's just really an experiment. It's just for fun. The taro is doing really well. Lots of new leaves coming up, and looking really great. And with the taro, we again put it down here because there's a lot of water in this area. This is cassava roots. That's a papaya. And then we planted a bunch of just flowers in here to try to have some flowers while the papaya trees grow up. Those are a bunch of papaya seedlings. This is a new bed. We made this one yesterday. These are some beans that we got at a store for eating. They were dried beans and they were delicious. They were called Jacob cattle beans, and we soaked them in water and put them in the ground, and those monstrosities are 6 days old. this is from the point where we put these in the water. That's 6 days later, which is just absurd. This is our ginger bed. Pretty exciting because we finally have our first little ginger sprout. So there's ginger in there. Here in this area is turmeric, which hasn't sprouted yet, and this is arrowroot. So this is an interesting, cool bed. Another vegetable bed, which is going kind of slow. We planted the seeds too deep in this, which is probably one reason stuff isn't coming up, but we have a lot of other seedlings we can put in there. So the next kind of major thing that doesn't look major, but is a lot of work, I extended this footpath to go to our 3 compost bins. So we now have 3 full compost bins, and it's sort of like, this is the oldest, this is the second oldest, and this is the newest. I just filled this today. And there's a lot of activity in these beds, a lot of little creatures. I also just tried to machete my way back through here, so I kind of took a machete and chopped my way back through this and tried to clear a path. That's treacherous back there. I don't know what we're going to do because there's just a bunch of crap. I actually think that mound right there is the car that we've heard about. So, but either way, the compost bins are in, working hopefully pretty well. And I think that's mostly it for this weekend. That's really what we did. It doesn't show very well, but the shade house, we did a lot of work on that shade house. We prepared a lot of wood. We've got that in the garage right now, getting ready to rock and roll. I will show one other thing. We got a new banana. So the bananas are all doing really well. And this is actually worth showing right now. This is one of the bananas we put in the other day. And that leaf is like today. That just came out. That's crazy. It's grown probably a foot in 12 hours. The one thing I wanted to show was this. So this banana right here it had that label around it. It's saying this is an ice cream banana. So it was wrapped around right here on the trunk. It was wrapped. And I didn't really realize how much it was binding it, so I removed it yesterday. And as soon as I removed it, this leaf and that leaf both came out. So it's like doubled in size in 12 hours. So that's a lesson to be learned, is don't let bananas get bound up. So other than that, the coconuts are doing well. Only 17 years, 11 months and 3 weeks until we have some coconuts on there, and then our tire pile in the front is growing. I'm finding more and more junk piled in this yard. But thank you for watching. I hope you're enjoying the videos. If you have any questions, comments whatsoever, put them down in the comment section, and I'll try to respond or address in my next video. Thanks a lot. Bye bye.